Welcome to Salento with Love. I'm Davide Mengoli and episode 8 of remote refurbishing. Now, you probably remember what this place was like a few weeks ago, and now it's really starting to take shape. So through this video, we're going to see how you actually level a floor, getting it ready for everything that happens above, which in this particular case is the underfloor heating system and the insulation first, the underfloor heating system, the screed over the top, and then finally the tiles. So amazing to see how things are coming together. Actually, this morning pretty early, I've stopped by. I'm dressed a little bit like a penguin because I'm going to be at a notary later this afternoon for another closure, but that's another story. So let's see what happens in episode 8. Working in the old historic town centre is always represents some challenges. You know, coming through with big trucks is almost impossible. So a lot of the work needs to be done by hand. So having companies as well that have access to people that like to work hard and getting the work started and finished before the neighbors get a little bit upset is also quite important. And with this company that is doing the work with the Gianturco family, well, things are going so smoothly. So happy to see that things are coming together. So let's see what's happening today on site. It's things. Buongiorno Vittoria. Vittorio, no Vittoria. Come va stamattina?
Bene, bene.
Ormai quasi il bagno qui finito, no?
Sì, ormai.
Queste due camere già finite.
Già sono finite, sì.
Quanto tempo ci impiega per asciugare così che si può calpestare?
Un giorno.
Un giorno. So about one day and it'll be dry, you can walk on it. E poi dopo qui possono mettere già l'isolamento per fare il pavimento termico, no? Radiante.
Sì.
Che lavoro, un lavoro tutto fatto a mano, non ci sono macchine qui. So can you see it's all done by hand. He's got his spirit level with him and literally sand and cement, and it needs to be level, and it's very important. So they actually got a line with the laser and they're working with that, so they know exactly what the finished level is going to be. Wow, quite a lot of work, but amazing to see how things are coming together and just gently taking shape. It would be amazing to see when the plaster goes on the wall. Then all those pipes and all those things that we've seen, drain pipes and electrical cables, they're all going to disappear in the background. That's why it's very important to plan really well from the beginning. Grazie Vittorio.
Grazie a te. Ciao.
Ciao. Here we are. This is absolutely stunning. So now it's starting to take shape. So although we can see a lot of the wires and cables and conduits, but now we have a straight surface, and it's nice to see how gradually a property like this can come back into shape. So yes, it's just amazing to see these things coming together, but it requires a huge amount of planning. So again, coming back onto the manifold, it's very important if you're doing this kind of work to choose an area that potentially is a little bit hidden, but also it needs to be in the middle of the property. It's favorable because imagine all the pipe work starts from there and goes into the different areas. So it's very important to have it in a place that is very central for the distribution of the heat and the water, and also the distance that the water needs to travel to get to the different areas, and especially if the property is quite large. So very clever. So obviously once the wall gets rendered and plastered and painted, then that disappears because it's got a nice cover that goes over the front of that. So, well, we'll probably get to see it in future videos. But it's great to see how in the space of about a week, this property has totally changed its look. So let's navigate it through a little bit. So this is the soggiorno. That will be a small dining area. And this is the kitchen. And then it's great as you're coming through here, you've got bedroom there. A very spacious bathroom. Look at this, it's really taking shape with a shower at the back there. So incredible. And this bedroom, beautiful amount of light coming through and very special, with also another additional entrance, as you remember from previous videos. And then this, which is the master bedroom, really large, very beautiful, very spacious, with the natural light coming through there. This wall will remain exposed to the stone. And then look at this as really the entrance to a fantastic ensuite bathroom. So this is going to be a very large ensuite bathroom with a double shower at the back. It's really taken shape. And that used to be an entrance, will just turn into a pool of light, just a glass sheet there bringing light into the bathroom. Obviously not see-through, but wow. So this brings me to the end of episode 8. What happened in episode 8? Well, we screeded the floor, we changed the look of the property, the manifold went in, controlling the different areas of the underfloor heating, and the cooling system is hidden behind that cage there, but quite a little bit of a technological piece of work that has gone into there. Now, it took quite a bit of time and planning as well to do the screeding here. You know, working in the centro storico, you can't come in with big trucks and just pour the concrete in like you'll normally do. So everything had to be mixed by hand. I mean, the first day, a little of an issue. There was a car park that couldn't come in with a small truck to deliver the goods, the sand and the cement. So they were bringing it in by hand. They were mixing it in a little small bucket. I mean, they really wanted to get on with the work. And then on the next day, they've actually managed to move the car that was parked, that was stopping the truck coming through. But things like this, which we take for granted, you know, when you're doing a refurbishment, you think, oh yeah, screening the floor. Oh yeah, but sometimes there are hidden little issues, and having the right contractors on board, having the right people on board that know how to handle it and make sure that things move smoothly forward, it's very, very important. Sometimes you're just watching a video and you think, wow, it's coming together. But the amount of hours and phone calls and emails and site visits that it takes to make sure that things happen in the right way and happen in the right stages as well, it's very important, especially if you are remotely managing the process. So I hope you've enjoyed this number 8 episode of, oh, look at this light coming through. Look. This is not funny effect here. We've got an amazing blue sky out there. I must admit, it's not tropical. It is a bit chilly. You know, we're still in March, but amazing the amount of light and the beautiful light that comes into this property has always been one of the key features about this property. But I hope you've enjoyed episode 8. We're going to continue to go on and on with the rest of this beautiful refurb. What's the next stage? Well, the next stage is really going to see something quite amazing happening, because where we've gone from the rubble on the floor, on the next stage, we're going to have the smoothness coming onto the walls. So meeting with the building contractor early next week to decide, well, we already know actually from the plans, which walls are going to remain exposed, where the stone needs to be cleaned up and polished and will remain exposed, and then rendering and plastering. So all of this pipe work, all of these electrical wires and plumbing will disappear. And that's why in episode 5 and 6 and 7, we've stressed the importance of doing the planning ahead. It's not about, oh, I want a bit of light there, I want a sink there. Think ahead. Think about, what would you like to do perhaps in 10 years down the line? What could this property become in 5 years down the line? Potentially, you could put another bathroom in. So if you thought about that before, perhaps you would have put some plumbing, some extra plumbing, and you would have kept a record of that as well. At this particular stage, doing it will cost a fraction, but doing it later will create a huge amount of disruption. That's experience that comes into play when you're actually doing a refurb. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this fantastic episode 8 and 9 coming up soon. Well, when they get on with the plastering, hopefully very, very soon. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet. Come and visit Salento. Don't come and buy houses. Just come and fall in love with what I believe is one of the last remaining paradise of Europe, surrounded by amazing coastal beaches. It's just mad. It's just amazing. So anyway, I hope you come and visit. In the meantime, enjoy the channel, subscribe to the channel, and stay safe wherever you are.